There are some films that one has a loss of words on where to begin. It's so difficult to come to terms with what you've seen. Sometimes it's just that good. Sometimes the performances are that brilliant. And sometimes story shakes you up to the core. I remember having this feeling when I watched Dev years ago starring Amitabh Bachchan. Similar sort of a feeling when I saw Sector 36 starring Vikrant, Massey and Deepak Dobriyal on Netflix. I'm going to get into details of what I felt about this. Sector 36 on Netflix starring Vikrant, Massey and Deepak Dobriyal is a hard-hitting crime thriller that is gut-wrenching and devastating to watch. For all the people who are slightly weary of watching crime thrillers and violence, I would suggest stay away. If you are on the borderline, I would recommend that you watch the first 5 minutes and then take a call, because the first 5 minutes are going to be enough for you to know whether this is for you or not. The film begins with an inverted cam. Because I knew what this film was all about. I was wondering if there is somebody who's hanging upside down watching this TV show. It was even more weird and bizarre than that. It was Vikrant Massey watching a version of Kaun Banega Karodpati in his world, in a weird position which was almost upside down. First shot that establishes the entire mindset of this man. He is not natural, he is unique in his own way and in the most heart-wrenching and hard-hitting way possible. There is limited gore, so it's not like that the violence is graphic and in your face, but the entire mood gets to you. The way each of these scenes is shot, there are some long shots, and all of that starts to get to you and it is disturbing. I want to talk about two scenes, one of which will get established as one of the most iconic scenes that we have in cinema. That is the interrogation scene between Vikrant Massey and Deepak Dobriyal. Both of them are just unbelievable in this scene. Almost a 8, 9, maybe 10-minute long scene. So there is considerable amount for them to do, and there is a lot for you to digest as an audience, because there is just so much revealed in that, and you start to wonder who are these people who can be so casual about such graphic violence and doing such heinous acts. The other scene that I wanted to talk about is the entire sequence of Ram Leela, where Deepak Dobriyal is playing the role of Ravan. A father comes in to talk about his missing daughter, and that scene, the way Deepak Dobriyal plays that out is mind-blowing. He is one of the finest actors we have. It has taken him 20 years, over 20 years, to get a role which is worth his while, to get screen time which is worth his while, and I am the happiest about this. When it comes to Sector 36, I do not think there is anything in this film that has given me more happiness than to watch Deepak Dobriyal for this length of a time, and he is fantastic to watch. Most people know Deepak Dobriyal as Pappy Bhai from Tanu Weds Manu. Yes, he was fantastic in those as well. His comic timing is unparalleled, but he is a fantastic actor and he can do everything under the sun. My memories of Deepak Dobriyal, the ones that I cherish the most, the first one is from Omkara, where he goes, Langda Tyagi Bahubali, 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 Langda Tyagi Bahubali. That is entrenched in my mind. So that's memory number one. And memory number two, my finest memory of how subtlety works in cinema, apart from the great Irfan Khan, there is nobody better than that. But Deepak Dobriyal in Gulal. I have spoken about this scene to almost all my friends and anybody who would listen, that there is a scene in Gulal where one person comes to a pawn shop and Deepak Dobriyal is standing there, I think asking for a lighter or a matches. This person comes in, asks 3 questions. Deepak Dobriyal's reaction is almost exactly the same, but with minute, subtle variations to each of those. It is one of the finest things that you can watch. Yeah, Deepak Dobriyal is somebody I'm a huge fan of, and I'm really happy about Deepak Dobriyal in Sector 36. Coming to what everybody is talking about, and it's become a habit with Vikrant Massey. He is a fantastic actor and there is no doubt about that. If anybody did have a doubt on his range and whether he's capable of moving to the dark side, it does not get darker than this. He is twisted, he's maniacal, and he's just so casual about it that it lasts with you. The way he's portrayed this character of Prem, stay with you for a very long time, not because he's violent. It's not shown how violent he is. He can get aggressive, yes, and he's shown that in bits and pieces, very, very subtly again. But the way he's played it, your mind automatically goes to what all is this character capable of. That's the beauty of Vikrant Massey's performance, that he doesn't reveal and do everything, but he establishes these boundaries of the character so beautifully that you can imagine this character going to any length to get what he wants. Did I speak about how good Deepak Dobriyal was? Maybe not, or maybe not enough. So there is another scene of Deepak Dobriyal in the police station where another father comes in talking about his missing daughter, and his entire demeanor where he starts off from, and it's beautifully directed because it transitions from a voiceover of what's happening around the society to contextualizing him sitting there talking to the father. And initially, like the audience, the father is also confused. Entire messaging that Deepak Dobriyal is giving, what does it have to do with this father situation? There are so many themes that Sector 36 touches upon. The overworked police who's managing 1.5 lakh population across 3 people. Character played by Deepak Dobriyal actually goes out and says that each of us has 50,000 people to look after, and that's why one person's holiday is not being approved because uske hisse ke 50,000 kaun dekhega. And that really rings a bell and starts to hit very, very differently, because till that point of time you're looking at Deepak Dobriyal as this character who's not sympathetic, who's indifferent towards the plight of the people, and suddenly there is this twist, and once again Deepak Dobriyal's performance, that this entire shift happens within a span of 4 dialogues. That's it. It takes him 4 dialogues to move from somebody who's almost comical and asympathetic, borderline indifferent, to getting your sympathy as audience. Oh my god, what do these people have to endure? That is the beauty of Deepak Dobriyal's performance. Again, I don't think I can get enough of this performance. Some of the obvious themes definitely are the corruption in police force, bribery, as well as politics. All of those are expected and are there, but they're not showcased in the most cliched way. I know I'm not supposed to give out spoilers, but 2 bone-chilling, devastating moments in this film. Bone-chilling starting sequence where I've already spoken about Vikrant Massey watching a version of Kaun Banega Crorepati in his house very, very casually, moves on to a phone call, then moves on to picking up knives, going to a washroom and cutting the body. And there is a trickle down of blood to the WC from there. And in that stream of blood, very, very thin stream of blood to begin with, you see the title of the film, Sector 36. The most gut-wrenching, heartbreaking element of this film happens almost towards the end of this film, and is the most difficult piece to watch in this entire film. I'm not gonna give out too much detail. Hold your heart close. It's gonna be a difficult watch. If you can stomach this dark mood, some bit of violence and bit of gore, and the fact that there is this insane serial killer who's so casual about abducting and killing, abusing little children, then yes, you can watch this. And if you do go through and watch it, what's in it for you? You've got 2 sublime actors, fabulous actors at the top of their game, and the bonus is one of them is Deepak Dobriyal, who you have not seen in this kind of screen time and with this kind of a role. So he really does justice to each and every minute that he's on screen, as he usually does. Can't take your eyes off him even for 1 second. He is that good in this film. Once again, Deepak Dobriyal, hats off. I am so glad, so happy for you that you got this role. Go ahead and watch it. Sector 36 is streaming on Netflix. If you have the heart for it, go ahead and watch it.